Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Riley playing Gookie here again with another video, and we're going to be taking the PBS Sexism test. As you can see here, are you sexist? Take this quiz. As you can see here, we're going to see whether or not if I'm a misogynistic woman-beating scumbag, or if I'm decent by feminazi standards. So let's just jump into this small essay right here. This small loan of 1,000,000,000,000 words. Okay. Overt prejudice against women is hard to miss, but decades of research suggest that subtle sexism can be just as damaging, but often go unnoticed. Peter Glick of Lawrence University in Appleton, Wisconsin, and Susan Fisk, or Fisk, although I'm pretty sure it's Fisk, of Princeton University have spent 20 years studying this subject. In 1996, they published a study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology that introduced a theory they call ambivalent sexism. The idea behind it is this. Sexism is, quote, multi-dimensional and more nuanced than many people realize, and it comes in two forms, hostile and benevolent. How about, fuck you, it does not come in two forms. Sexism is simply sexism. Yes, there could be different levels of it, just like there could be different levels of racism, such as you can just, simply be a little discriminative and kick a black person out of your store, or you can lynch him. Totally different levels. You don't have to take this word, sexism, and split it into two different things. There's no such thing as benevolent and hostile sexism. Sexism can be hostile and maybe quote-unquote benevolent, but just keep it at sexism. Whatever. Anyways, hostile sexism describes behavior that overtly threatens, intimidates, or abuses women. Okay, one second, we're gonna go back to that. Benevolent sexism describes positive attitudes and actions that men take toward women that are based deep down in feelings of superiority and dominance. Okay, what the fuck? Sexism can be from a woman to a man to a woman, or even women on women, men on men. Why the fuck do you say hostile sexism describes behavior that overtly threatens or intimidates or abuses women? Can it be against other men? And does it seriously have to be actions that men take? Can it be women? Okay, you're being sexist while describing your Are You Sexist test. Are you fucking hypocritically stupid? Anyways, let's go on. Feelings of superiority and dominance. Quote, in short, hostile sexism represents the ideological stick, and benevolent sexism represents the carrot that men use to reinforce the gender status quo, Glick wrote in 2007. Together, Fisk, or whatever your fucking name is, Fisk, and Glick developed the Ambivalent Sexism Inventory, a questionnaire that explores people's tendencies towards hostile and benevolent sexism. These 22 questions, great, this 22 bullshit, are designed to diagnose a respondent as sexist or not. What do you mean these questions aren't diagnosing whether or not somebody's sexist? These are literally questions to decipher whether or not you're fucking sexist, you idiot. Hence, take the quiz. Take the quiz and you'll find out. Take the quiz and you will not find out. Whatever. And the results aren't nationally representative, but the researchers say this quiz can shed light onto whether an individual harbors attitudes associated with sexism. AKA, it will decipher whether or not you're sexist, but whatever. Number 1. Many women have a quality of purity that few men possess. Okay, right off that, what the fuck does that even mean? Purity can mean totally different things. It can mean you're either you're cleaner, you're either a virgin, you don't do drugs, or maybe you're uninfected by the fucking FEV virus from Fallout. It can mean a totally wide variety of different things. So we're just gonna go with the assumption that they're just much holier. They don't do drugs, they don't do bad things, or they're more virgins than women, or whatever. Have quality of purity that few men possess. Disagree slightly, because it's saying that few men possess and that a lot of women have it, so we're just going to disagree with that slightly. 2. Women should be cherished and protected by men. They should. I mean, if you look at all societies, usually men are the, dare I say, dominant and alpha classes, where they take care of the whole pack or whatever, they take care of the group, and take care of the women, that's the role in nature, basically. The woman takes care of the kids, and the man takes care of the whole family, typically. And of course, I'm not just saying that we need to rely on the men. Women play an important role in reproduction and actually taking care of the kids. But, science and, just nature be damned, right? We gotta take care of SJW feelings first. Anyways, yeah, I agree slightly. Because realistically, yeah, they should be cherished and protected by men. Actually, you know what? I agree strongly. Nah, I agree slightly. 3. Women seek to gain power by gaining control over men. Feminists didn't typically do, and there's a lot that will try to get control and almost trap men, but the majority of them do not. But we're just gonna try to piss off these feminists. Every man ought to have a woman whom he adores. Well, of course. You're not gonna get somebody you don't fucking like. Unless you're one of those people that wants to, like, marry a robot, or unless you're a gay man or bisexual man who happens to favor men or whatever. Which is cool. 5. Men are incomplete without women. Now, is that, like, are you talking about, like, all men? Or just, like, a particular man? Because if you think about it, men can physically live without a woman. But, you know, in order for life to go on, you need reproduction. That requires both parts. So I'm just going to disagree slightly, because I'm going to assume that we're talking about a single person here, or some people who can literally just live normally without a woman. But if you're talking about, like, the human race or any type of race, yes, you need females. Unless you're talking about worms, because I'm pretty sure that they just take the roles or whatever. 6. Women exaggerate problems they have at work. I guess I agree slightly, because I'm pretty sure there are a few that exaggerate. I know a few who actually exaggerate, but we're just gonna move on. 7. Once a woman gets a man to commit to her, she usually tries to put him on a tight leash. I agree slightly. I actually have seen many cases of that. And again, I know that I'm answering a lot of these that may piss off any female viewers, but again, I know it's the majority of you guys that are not like this. Just a few. I think I'm kind of picking these choices just because I know feminists won't like it, and that's typically what I have on my mind whenever I'm answering these. So yeah. 8. When women lose to men in a fair competition, they typically complain about being discriminated against. There are a lot of feminists that do this, but I'm gonna go with disagree slightly, because they're saying typically, which means it's a constant thing usually, so that's not really true. 9. Many women get a kick out of teasing men by seeming sexually available and then refusing male advances. I'm tempted to go agree strongly, because let's be realistic, how many times have we seen this before? But let's just move on, folks. Let's just move on. Oh, God. 10. Women, compared to men, tend to have a superior moral sensibility. Oh, what the fuck does that even mean? Women, compared to men, tend to have a superior moral sensibility? That is so fucking scummy. Get the fuck out of my face. Men should be willing to sacrifice their own well-being in order to provide financially for the woman in their lives. Okay, so I should risk my mental or physical or emotional health to put money in a woman's pocket. Fuck off and suck a cuck. 12. Feminists are making unreasonable demands of men. Okay, if you're talking about first and second wave feminism, you know, the ones that are actually caring about equal rights and are the ones today that are typically fighting for equal rights in Middle Eastern countries or places where equal rights do not exist, then I would be glad to meet those feminists. But we're talking about third wave feminists here, so yeah, I agree strongly. They're making extremely unreasonable demands. 13. What's your gender identity? Why the fuck is that gonna be relevant? Let me guess, if I put male, then they're gonna, like, make me more sexist than if I was a female, which would be absolutely ironic. Yeah, I am a male. Please identify your age range. How the fuck does that decipher whether or not I'm sexist? Oh, let me guess, if I answer older, then they're gonna be like, oh, he's from, like, the old days. They're gonna assume that I'm sexist if I'm older. Wow, so no. Besides, my age isn't even on there. I mean, do I just prefer not to answer, or should I just go with 18? I mean, I'm getting closer there. I'm pretty young, so let's go down. Do you live in the United States? How the fuck is that relevant? No. 16. What is the highest level of education you have attained? Let's just go to high school. What do you mean? Let's just go to high school. I'm in high school. 17. Please identify your household income. How the fuck is that relevant? Oh, goody. I am 3.33% hostile sexist. Okay, so when it comes to being a hostile sexist, I am, like, way more sexist than the average man. When it comes to benevolent sexism, I'm 1.67. Okay, so I am lower than the average man. Yeah, you see that, average man? I'm less benevolent sexist than you, but I'm way more sexist than you are when it comes to hostile sexism. What is this again? Describes behavior that overtly threatens, intimidates, or abuses women, especially those who defy male-dominated power. Okay, if you're watching this and you're a female, apparently you gotta be careful, because I want to beat you, apparently. Even though I don't want to hit anybody, regardless of their gender or race. Oh my god. Should we look at the comments? I mean, I don't want to publicly put anybody's face or anything. Well, they are publicly commenting. Okay. The biggest problem, other than their clear right answers, true, is that wording the questions is ambiguous. Like the question about men cherish women, does that also imply the converse, only that men have an extra duty? In addition to answering disagreeing on question, can feel like implying the opposite. Just in general, there should be either neither agree or disagree. Yeah, good point. But strongly disagree with everything, and apparently you won't be sexist. Crazy God, a lot of replies for that. Exactly, take care of each other. They're not ambiguous, they're slanted towards a feminist SJW's worldview. Exactly. You don't even know how biased they are. Bingo. It's supposed to be clear answers, but I've had enough experiences in my life that are no longer clear to me. What about gay men? That they actually cherish women? Yeah, good point. So yeah, I mean, I've heard about this test before, and apparently if you change your, I'm pretty sure, like I've only heard myths, legends of this test, so I heard from one source that if you change your gender, it actually doesn't change your score. Although when I'm pretty sure it may, unless you change, maybe if you change your level of education or age, maybe that will change something. I don't know. I'm not going to do this test over again. I honestly don't care. So you heard it here, folks. I am a hostile sexist, way more than your average man. God, what does it take to be 5 though? Here, let's be as sexist as we can, just for fun. Hey, folks. Many women have a quality of purity that few men possess. Disagree. Wait, did that comment say if you disagree though? Oh, whatever. Should be cherished. Strongly disagree. Women seek to get power. Agree strongly. Agree strongly. Men are incomplete without women. Disagree strongly. Women exaggerate problems. Absolutely. Agree strongly. All the time. Agree all the time. Women compared to men tend to have more. Disagree. Disagree strongly. We don't know you shit. Well, actually, that's what I put the last time. Or making a reasonable demand. You bet your ass there. What's your gender identity? I'm a male. I'm a sexist motherfucker from the 70s. Or from the 70s, I'm 70 years old. Actually, they seem like, yeah, that works. Actually, I mean, men weren't... Okay, there's this thing where it's like, if you're old, then you're automatically sexist or racist. That's not really true. If you think about it, most of the quote-unquote chivalry type people came from like the 40s and 30s and stuff like that, so... But are they really that educated, or are they just gonna think that old people are bad? Yeah, let's just go with that. Do you live in the United States? Yeah, I live in Alabama. I'm as sexist as you get. What's your highest level of education? I'm high school education. Identify my outcome. Income. No, I'm an idiot. Income. Then I'll just say I prefer not to answer. Oh, did it? Yes! But I'm still low benevolent sexist. Okay, wow. Perfect. Just wonderful. Wow. But wait a minute. Yeah, guys, I'll give you a little bonus. We're going to try to be as good as we can. Goody two-shoes. Many women have equality. Agree strongly. They are perfect. Little snowflakes. Men should be cherished and protected by men. Bet your ass they should. That's funny. I was only supposed to take the test once, but now we're just having fun at this point. Just to mix all the things around. So that's basically everything, guys. If you guys want to keep watching me screw around with this, then go ahead. Hope you guys enjoyed the video or whatever. If you guys really like this anti-feminist or anti-SJW video style, I'll do those alongside all my other stuff. So yeah. Women seek to gain power. Disagree strongly. Disagree strongly. You should be able to accept a woman for having the hairy legs she does. Men are incomplete. They're just incompetent. Women exaggerate. Oh, never. Once a woman gets mad, disagree. When women lose to men, they get. No, they don't. Disagree. Women compared to men. Oh, bet your ass we're morally better. Oh, yeah, of course. My pocket's better than his health. Feminists are making a reasonable. Disagree. Why am I doing this voice? What is your gender identity? Female. Young woman. Young independent woman. No. I'm a smart person from college. Prefer not to answer. Yes, exactly. When I wanted to be a 5 hostile sexist, I got it, and so yeah, you can tell that there's obvious, left-leaning or right-leaning questions in there. So yeah, this is absolutely ridiculous. It's one of those things where it's just like if you can tell it's like if I answer this, then I'll be considered sexist. But if I choose the right choice, if I choose the right choice, then I'm sexist. But if I choose the wrong one, then I'm not going to be considered sexist. So this is the end of the video. I already did the test 2 more times than I really had to. 3 technically. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. This has been Riley playing Wookie Cookie. Catch you guys next time. And if you're watching this and you're a female, I'm not really sexist. I mean, even this is bullshit. This has been Riley playing Wookie Cookie. I'll catch you guys next time.